What's up, y'all? It's Nifty Q. That's Gifted. We're here with another rehash. It is Tuesday, October 17th. I'm happy to be here with you. We're going to get after it today. Never a dull moment here in the industry. You cannot leave your computer. You can't do anything, or else you're going to be 10 years behind. No, just kidding. Just touch some grass. Gifted, nice to see you, bud.
Those are the rules, Q. We don't make them, but we do bring you the daily rehash, and that's the top 10 stories in Web3 from the last 24 hours in just 10 minutes. So Q, let's dive in. What's up first?
All right, first story here. We've got Reddit dropping a bombshell on the crypto community. They basically said we are sunsetting community points. Now, there are two main tokens that went down very sharply here off this news. You can see the Fortnite's Bricks token specifically is down 40%, but it took an even further dip. So it's bounced a little bit. But yeah, this was a bombshell announcement from a project and a platform that has previously been super favorable toward the industry. You can see here the announcement saying, let me make sure I got this correct. Though we saw some future opportunities for community points, there was no path to scale it broadly across the platform.
Yeah, which I don't fully understand why that is yet. It's an interesting move because they seemed like they were clearly moving in a direction and then they just kind of jerked us back the other way. So we'll be continuing to follow that story as it rolls out, but definitely a bummer to see that happening. Probably some regulation concerns. Good call on that. And next up, we got Stars Arena officially returning to full trading mode at a random time within the next 24 hours. So hey, I mean, I'm over here. I'm in it. Grab one of my tickets. Ooh. Come hang out with me at Stars Arena. I'll be here, fam. I'm ready.
No, I'm not doing it. Buy my friend tech keys, I guess, if we're going full shill. I do want to show off a little bit of the data. Prior to them getting hacked, essentially, they had about 1,600 wallets that were active. They've been down for about 10 days. So they went down around October 7th. So it's been a minute. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what happens off that opening. What are you expecting? Are you expecting them to go?
Honestly, I don't know, but I'm gonna say we're so fucking back. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right, I'll take the bullish take on that as well. All right, we do have the Saints of LA getting delisted from OpenSea. Now, this collection is pretty brand new, right? We were covering this on NFT Live. We covered the mint. We went deep into the project. Hopefully, we can get the founder on the network shortly, but they went up like 10x from mint here this week and then officially got delisted from OpenSea. You can see the announcement from them saying, while we are awaiting a response from OpenSea, we want the community to be vigilant, kind of, you know, that Bastille approach. Everybody kind of get together and, you know, batten down the hatches.
Rally the troops, circle the wagons, whatever metaphor you want to use here. That's what they're doing because we don't actually know why they were delisted from OpenSea. That's the big question. Hopefully we'll get some clarity. It is interesting that they were seeing a sharp rise and an uptick after a successful initial launch. And then all of a sudden, of course, you know, they got kind of their legs cut out from under them. Is there foul play? We don't know. Are there a lot of haters in the Web3 space? Absolutely. Is that why?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Gip, you were mentioning that they look a lot like the gods. That would be a wild story if they came out that was them.
Look, a DMCA from somebody concerned about the artwork is a common reason that happens on OpenSea. So maybe some concerns there. We'll keep following up on the Saints. Next story, Sandbox made a new splash with a hire. Nicolas Sebastiani, formerly from PlayStation and Ubisoft, takes over as CCO of the metaverse platform. What I thought was really interesting here is specifically that he has a very, very strong mobile gaming background. So maybe Sandbox starting to get their shit together on the mobile gaming front, since I don't really think they've had a mobile product yet. I don't know if there's much else we can read into that yet, other than they're continuing to invest in the future of gaming.
Yeah, I checked the token price here on the Sand token and not much movement, still down. I think it's still obviously tied to that larger metaverse narrative that has kind of still been laid to rest for a little bit. Hopefully it will come back one day. All right, I've got the next piece here. Big shout out to Harry Forge over there, or Harry Liu over at Forge, who is behind this. This is the Ape Accelerator making its official launch. This is a really, really cool innovation, and it is powered by ApeCoin. So this was a proposal that was passed, and now we have the Ape Accelerator, which will help other businesses, specifically also in the Made by Apes, access industry leaders as well as integrate ApeCoin into their ecosystem more efficiently.
I love to see this kind of infrastructure and support for builders in the space. I love everything that Made by Apes is doing, and I'm excited to see where this goes and what they can do with cool builders and projects in the community. So, very cool announcement there. And on to the next announcement, maybe a less cool one, controversial at least. Uniswap has rolled out a 0.15% swap fee on their front end UX. This move was met with some negative sentiment because a lot of the Uni holders still aren't seeing much benefit or utility to holding. A lot of people confused. So you can see here some of the sentiment absolutely neglecting all the holders of their quote unquote useless governance token that still hasn't turned on any sort of fee switch or provided a scrap of value. So just know if you're just a regular user that you will have an additional 0.15% fee added on to any transactions over there. But then for the holders, definitely a more controversial conversation.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, Uniswap token price is around where the airdrop was like all those years ago. So that is crazy. It is one of the larger decentralized exchanges, of course, and you want to see those fees kind of go back into the holders and maybe a token buyback and all this stuff to see if you can have incentives be aligned. But that isn't happening. This fee is actually going, I think, directly to the team. At least that's what the community is saying at this point. So yeah, tough one. You would have liked to see some type of fee that goes back to the holders. All right, I've got the next story here. This one, it was awesome because a lot of times we're talking about things that are more along the lines of sentiment and more along the lines of maybe just talking game theory and all these different things, what human psychology. This is actually innovative with the contract. This is from Transient Labs, and they introduced a Shatter contract, aka a unique smart contract reshaping the collectability. Now, what's unique about it? It allows an artist to mint their digital creations as a unique one of one and define it if they want it to be shattered into editions. So this is at the contract level. This is not, creating separate NFTs. This is, you're able to do this with one specific NFT. So many different utilities, like almost endless. If you think about all of the ways that you can do this, you could create 1,000 editions and have all of those keys come together to form one, opening of a new art piece for an artist and things like that. Just so many different things. Shout out to Transient Labs for this one.
This is very cool, and we had a good time starting to kind of brainstorm on possible use cases and expressions of this type of smart contract. You could see how people with their own IP and brands within certain communities could take their NFTs and add value or utility or even profit off of them by creating some kind of games. It also just adds a lot of firepower to your community and kind of the decentralized nature of community building and promoting your project in different ways. So looking forward to seeing somebody out there, an artist or a collection, really take this technology and do something interesting. But on to the next one, Q. Let's keep it going. We got Jonah here doing some investigative journalism here. Looks like Chiru Labs, that is the company behind Azuki, hiring a game production manager. I mean, this is maybe just an announcement of pre-announcements of announcements to come. Who knows? But this is potentially very meaningful if Azuki, one of the bigger collections in the space and communities, is also jumping into the Web3 gaming space.
You are going to see more of these, folks. So just be prepared. More people are going to pivot. And we honestly were debating, pivot to gaming. We were honestly debating whether this is, great. Like to make a really great game, you need to have a huge team. I think maybe there's a route that these companies can be seen as like indie gaming studios. We'll see. I'll have the next piece here. This is going to be a little bit on the negative sentiment side. We had the Fewos. We've been covering this mint. It was much hyped by a lot of folks in the industry, these Fewos. They initially, I think, ran for a second after the drop. You can see the holder mint was at 0.08 ETH. The 0.25 ETH was the public mint. That didn't have many minters. So you basically saw a lot being minted at the art holder level, not much of the public. And now you see it at a floor of 0.04. Actually, it went a little bit below this at like 0.035 at this point. So a lot of things you could talk about here. I think the majority of things that we've been touching on, GIF, is that the supply was just too high, especially at the public mint. It was way too high of a price as well. So yeah, a lot of things to be touched on. It does suck to see it.
I think it was the wrong strategy at the wrong time. And yeah, well, I don't have anything else to add to that right now, but we'll keep following. And the last story here, though,
Oh my
I
gosh.
love this one. Michelin did a drop. It was supposed to be a 5,000 supply drop, minted out about 30%, like 1,500 or so of those. Price was fair. They've got some big, crazy roadmap and these absolutely ridiculous animated Michelin Man PFPs. I can't wait, Q, to change my PFP to the Michelin Man.
This is actually what he's saying, folks. Like Gifted is actually messing with me and Biggie Poppin, saying I can't wait to change it to the Michelin Man. Absolutely ridiculous. Look, you were pulling up the Lucky Trader tweet there. You had it up for a second. I will say Lucky Trader was trying to take the positive approach here. There are Web3 or Web2 companies that are trying to enter this space. I don't want to scare all those folks away and just be super negative all the time. But did you need the animated puff Michelin Man as the actual collection? No.
Again, whoever is advising these companies with 2021 strategies that has no clue just needs to stop. And Michelin, come to us. We would love to work with you on some really cool restaurant clubs. Anyway,
if you want a bigger breakdown of the Michelin Man situation, we covered it on NFT Live today for like 25 minutes. Yeah, get more details over there. You can kind of see why we're having this reaction. But thank you guys so much. R3HASH, another one in the books, Gifted. I'm excited for tomorrow. I got bullish vibes, man. Like the sentiment in the space. You see some collections popping off. I'm feeling good.
Heck yeah, man. And Roger Dickerman joins us tomorrow on GM Web3. So very, very excited about that. I want to pull that up real quick, actually, right here. So join us on that and find all these details in the description. Our vibe, our tribe.